Gentlemen, thank you for joining me on Alaska Spice TV. And I'm your host, Harry Spice, reaching you live from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. And you're in the section of Talk and Leave. No time to tell time. Check it out. Morning. So I was feeling hungry. I don't usually have breakfast because I'm not a breakfast person, but since I got married, my wife has been forcing food in my mouth every breakfast. So I was like, okay, so let me have some breakfast. After breakfast, then I sleep. At around past 8, I ate food. I had food, and after that, my stomach began to be something that I don't know. I can't even tell what happened. So as the story they go, not be joke. My stomach was troubling. So I thought that it was the food that I bought from the restaurant before that day that was the trouble. So I was now asking, what happened to this food? Did you add something to it? Did you add, I don't know. So much later, I remember that I had the pepper soup, and because I liked the soup, I drank at least about 3 to 4 spoons of the pepper soup. And guess what? That was a big trouble. So what I'm trying to say is that people who are, when you know that people are coming to your place, brothers and sisters who are running restaurants and business, or who are hoping and looking to invite people to your place, for example, please prepare ahead. I discovered that it was because that the last minute rush of cooking that food could be the reason why probably there was too much spices or ingredients that were too much in that pepper soup, which actually ruined my weekend. On Saturday, as early as should I say from 9 a.m., I stayed in my toilet from 9 a.m. until Sunday afternoon, when my wife was able to prepare what was that, lime and salt and sugar. You know, my wife is a nutritionist, so she made that thing and prepared it with the big bottles that I drank for a whole 2 days in order for me to feel better. And guess what? I was able to sleep straight 2 hours without getting up just some hours ago today. And this is Monday. That tells you the impact. So I beg our guys who are preparing to host people in your restaurants or your previous home, always prepare ahead for people to avoid situations like this, because it is good for someone to eat after eating and feel better and talk more positive about what you did for people. Now when we go back, I'll be making videos like what I'm making right now. And guess right, I want you to understand the point I'm trying to establish here. I am not criticizing. I am not trying to say that the brother poisoned us or did something like that. I am trying to point out the inefficiencies in that because of lack of preparation. Because you send a message to people, and we made an arrangement was made at least 2 days before time that we're going to come to your place. I believed that before the evening of that day, no matter how busy you can get, you can start preparation in the morning or in the afternoon, because we arrive within the hours of 8 or 9 something, or just before, let's just say before 9 p.m. So within that hour is enough to cook for food that can cater for at least 10 to 25 set of people. So that food was prepared in the last minute, and it just they pack all the ingredients with the inside the kitchen. They put inside the pepper soup with annoyance, with stress, and all those kind of things. Because even you that was hosting people, there was no smile. I'm busy. You see, this one call me. This one call me. How can I attend to everybody? The brother was not. He didn't give us a satisfying reception while we were there, but we had fun. It was a nice place, and I really think also, wow, Chicago is beautiful, man. It's really beautiful. I like the place the guy just moved in, and yeah. So that brings me to another issue that is at hand. So my wife has been disturbing me. Like, I want to move to Chicago. It's a nice place so that our children can have space to play. This place is too small. Blah 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 blah. It's like I am not against moving to Chicago. What I'm against is the distance in traveling. A place where there is no ATM, a place where you can't, even if you want to eat good food, there are not enough places where you can just go out and eat. Even, yeah, we prepare food at home, but sometimes it's good to go out to eat. But none of that is really available. So yesterday being Sunday, there was a little bit of chances available to us. So I took my family and we were in Chicago. We never visited anybody. We never wanted anyone to know that we were there, but we saw some few people, we saw some places, some people, homes and all that. We drove past. So we went around the whole Chicago, driving around, showing my wife the minutes it took us to arrive to Chicago, how we were able to navigate around and all those kind of things. So I showed my wife the whole place. I'll be like, okay, now that you have seen Chicago that you have been disturbing my destiny with, have you made up your mind now? What are you coming up with? Do you think that you can really live in this place, considering the time and the hours which you have to get out to go to your workplace and come back? And if you need, like we need some things at home, how you get to go out and do this and do that? You see the stress. The place is nice, not that. When I was there, my soul was excited. That is the truth. The fresh air, you don't get, like in our neighborhood, we have so many houses and stuff like that. So which is really cool. But when you consider the stress and the distance and all those kind of things involved in living in Chicago, then our people, anywhere where our people, they gather, they stay like that. It goes sweet for the beginning, but later on, the beginning where they bring, they can't give you. My brother, you go to send our people for your village, they do you. So I was able to show her all those kind of things and make her see reasons. And finally, the fight of moving to Chicago ended in my home yesterday. And guess what? If you don't talk, you never leave. No time to tell time. All right, let's move to the next issues at hand. Okay, I want to say that I want to go back to the issue of killing people and racism and all that. Racism is old. It's old. Very old. It's just that now that we are growing, we have become more sensitive, we are becoming more concerned about our environment, and we pay attention to things that are happening, which we don't really do, which we never did when we were younger. And we seem very concerned and we want to talk about things like this. Otherwise, racism is as old as the Bible. Let me say this now, okay? Look, this will be the last story, but I want these things to be something that can make you have some sense of reasoning, all right? It's also racial issue. Racism is very old. It's very old. The killing of Jesus Christ. I was watching CNN. When I was watching on the TV the things that are happening in America currently, how people are being killed and stuff like that, what is happening, how people are reacting, the looting, how people are they use the media to shift the attention of the real issue here to what other people who are actually looking for an opportunity to steal and stuff like that. So I was like, really? If Jesus, the Savior of the entire world, who was born a Jew, was actually white, or was it black, or was he Asian, or was he someone whose identity is different from the ruling council of the entire Jewish people at that time? Come to think of it, white supremacy is as old as man. And I was listening to someone earlier who was trying to teach people about white supremacy, and the man made mention of the Roman Catholic. All right, anyone who is a Christian today, before you become a Pentecostalist and all those kind of stuff, I am very sure, except this new age, like older generations, we all experience the Roman Catholic. I was attending the catechism and all that kind of stuff. I never got baptized. I never took the communion. Even when I will attend and I'll be going until when it comes to the period where people go to baptize, somehow one thing or the other will take me away from it. I think that God was planning his way, and I'm very grateful that I never took in those communion, because There is something about Roman Catholic, and they started this white supremacy that is happening across the world, and everything is evidential. Jesus was killed. All right. So I was just thinking. While I was thinking, I wrote down some stuff in my hand, and I wrote, with the racial killings happening across the world today, and how they use religion to kill people, I think it's safe to say that Jesus was never born white. Neither am I trying to say that he was born black. Nowhere in the Bible where it was recorded that Jesus was born white, neither black, yellow, Asia, or green. But Jesus, if he was white, I am sure he could have been taught the white supremacy to go against other race of the world. But I am not sure of what I'm saying right now. It's a dumb thing to say, because some of you are out there who know how to judge people who are more intelligent than yourself or who are less intelligent than yourself. I admit with you right now, what I'm trying to tell you right now is a dumb shit. But there is a sense of reasoning in what I am trying to say to us right now. If Jesus was white, why did they kill him? If Jesus was white, do you think that white people will kill their own people? Or their own son, who is actually trying to teach people, or they could use Jesus to oppress more black people and other race in the world? So I was just thinking, I was like, this could be one of the reasons why Jesus was killed. Though it was written that he would definitely be killed, all right? But he came to set us all free from the oppression of white supremacy. Black Lives Matters, black people are the best, black people are these and all that and all that. My brothers and sisters and dear viewers out there, I don't believe that one race is better than the other one. I don't believe that one race is more intelligent than the other one. I don't believe that one race is more powerful than the other one. I don't believe that one race is more wealthy than the other one. In this world, God gave us the same privileges he gave every other human being. I was chatting with my wife earlier, and she was like, we were discussing issues on how the white people look down on black people and all that. I was like, it's the same thing. Some years ago, a friend of mine moved to Cambodia, and he hated white people so much. And most of my friends at that time were white people. And I was really involved in the community, and I hang out with a lot of people there. And he was calling me a sold out, that I'm a sellout, I'm always hanging with white people, I believe in white people, I trust in white people. And I asked him one simple question: where would you rather be? In the midst of people who don't show you love, who don't like you, or in the midst of people who show you love? He said, people who show you. I said, good. White people show me love. They appreciate my time. They appreciate my knowledge. They appreciate my abilities and stuff like that. That's why I hang out with them more than our people. He said, but you should be doing the same thing with your people. I said, yes, I am doing the same thing with my people, but I would rather invest more of my time in where my talent and my knowledge is appreciated. To cut the long story short, the thing with my friend was going really, really out of hand, that he was accusing white people and writing all manner of things, and anywhere we gather to eat and drink and relax, he was always bringing hate, what they did to our forefathers and all that. And I asked him one thing: did you, or have you in your entire time, experienced this slavery or kind of killing and all that they did to our past parents? He said no. So why are you doing it? It's a thing in the past. People, I am very sure that some of the people who did these things many years ago, if they were to come back to life today, they will educate us more that racism will come to an end. Because I'm sure wherever they are right now, they might have realized that these things they started, it was the biggest mistake of their life. And they can't stop it anymore. It's just like the way Boko Haram started in Nigeria. We all know who started Boko Haram in Nigeria. We all know how Boko Haram started in Nigeria. We all know who empowered Boko Haram in Nigeria. We all know who did all these things in Nigeria. But today, the same people are in power, claiming that they are fighting Boko Haram. So, my dear people, I was able to convince my friend and change his idea that, look, white or blue or yellow or Asia, we're all human beings. It's a matter of perspective and our community. So I talked to this guy. Guess what? Today he's married to a white person and they're having children. In fact, they are shitting babies every day now. Racism is an idea. If you can sow an idea into people, you can as well you can as well refund the idea. Like, if it's planted, it can be uprooted. That is what I'm trying to say. Racism is an idea. What is happening in America now is not only happening in America. There are many Africans who are unjustly imprisoned across Asia, in Cambodia, in Thailand, in Malaysia, in different places across the world. Africans, Nigerians. Why are there no justice for these people? Because nobody is speaking for them. We like to ignore our own and speak for other people. So wake up and start speaking for your own brothers and sisters who are unjustly in prison and suffering all manner of things across Asia, as well as other European countries and other parts of the world. Black life not matters. All life matters. And this is where I stand. Talk and leave, no time to tell time. Thank you for spending your time with me today. And I don't understand what I want to say, but I don't believe that one life matters than the others. The killing is bad. I condemn it. But let us learn to start doing the right things. Look what is happening right now. From protest to stealing, to destroying other things and all kind of things. How does this help us? Wake up. Talk or leave, no time to tell time. Thank you for your time once again. It's been Henry Spice with you. No time. Cheers.